Okay, so saw this video on my Twitter feed, and my first reaction, this bitch is crazy. My second reaction after I was like, okay, let's think about this rationally. This bitch is crazy. Justifiably crazy to an extent, but still crazy. This is not how human beings act. Let's watch the whole video and you tell me what you think and I'll explain my thoughts. If it ever plays. No, don't
Can
fucking
someone
like
seriously?
it.
Recently, I'm literally shaking right now because I just had a man approach me in a parking lot, and it went fine. And I'm going to tell you why it went fine and how to address it because it was in a book I read, and this is how you're supposed to address it. But it scared me. I'm literally shaking. So this guy, I am alone with my
All the
son,
comments.
by myself, a woman,
Yeah.
and a male approached me in a parking lot. He's excuse
But
me.
wait a second, men are just as strong as women, right? Like, I mean, there's no difference in biology. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. But stop liking the
I don't
video.
know why in the hell he was approaching me or what he was trying to do. And before he was
Maybe give him a chance to explain why he was trying to approach you. Before you do what you did next.
probably 30 feet from me when he said, excuse me.
By the way, 30 feet is 10 meters. It is a decent decent distance. Did you want him to scream at you from like a mile away? Excuse me, miss! Hello! 30 feet is a very reasonable distance.
Excuse me, ma'am. And I turned around and I literally yelled at him and I said, do not approach me. And he like immediately started going in the other direction. And I just kept saying it over and over and over. I said, do not approach me. Do not approach me. And he, of course, like got like, what the F did it? Like,
yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like any normal human being. What the fuck is wrong with you?
he started cussing and yelling like, what's your problem? And I looked
Straight
at
up.
him and he actually then crossed a couple cars down from my car.
Yeah.
He didn't come anywhere near me. He crossed a couple cars down from my car.
Because you're fucking crazy.
Continuing to cuss and say, what's your problem? And I say, you do not approach women in a parking lot. I just kept saying, do not approach me. You do not approach women in a parking lot. Like yelling it. No male should ever approach a woman in a parking lot.
Ever. If a woman drops her wallet, you need to find another woman, not in a parking lot, to chase down the woman that is in the parking lot to tell her, hey miss, you dropped your wallet.
Ever. No male should ever approach a woman in a parking lot.
Ever.
And if a male does approach you, you need to turn around and use the strongest voice that you can possibly use with them. Don't be polite. They need to literally screw off. No male should be approaching you in a parking lot. I'm literally shaking.
So this is why I'm like, first of all, this bitch is crazy. Straight up. This bitch is like off her meds, okay? This is not how you talk to other human beings, first of all. If, let's say, you are worried of other people in a parking lot, first of all, by the way, middle of the fucking day, it's not like it's the nighttime. Cars are driving around. Cameras probably everywhere, like with every business that looks at the parking lot. If a business has a parking lot, you would probably assume there are also cameras aiming at the parking lot. So, like, let's say this even criminals would probably not do something in a parking lot in the middle of the day. But I'm not a criminal, so I wouldn't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure. But this is how you handle the situation. You identify the sound. You look at the person. You tell him, please do not approach me any further. I do not know you. State your business. At the worst case scenario, you're being a normal human being. You're talking to people like they're actual people, not fucking animals. You're not. This is what you did is how you, like, when you, like, you know, attacked by a bear. Like, you just go into a bear's territory. This is what you do. You fan out and you start screaming. You might still die, or you might, you know, maybe you should pretend to be dead. Whichever works, but plenty of guys say that, like, you know, being big and menacing and loud is usually the way to scare them off, except, like, obviously they're defending something. Anyways, not about bears. But, in my opinion, she is crazy. However, I'm not gonna blame her for being fucking crazy. I don't know if she had some trauma, if she was like, you know, someone touched her the wrong way at some point. Like, I don't know what her background story is. This tip is by far the worst tip. You're just telling women to hate men, to be scared of men at any time. That's not a good thing for society at all. But my other thing is that I think she's just a product of the media at this point. Like, it's sad that you think that basically all men are out there to hurt you. It is sad. It is stupid. And honestly, if a man was out to hurt you, he would not be saying, "Excuse me, miss," from 30 feet away. You would hear, "Hey, bitch," from like when he's breathing down your neck already. But tell me what you think down in the comments. I think this bitch is fucking lost her marbles. But also, before we continue, before I'm done with this video, let's read the comments. Let's see. A woman that no one would ever approach based on her profile picture. Thank you for sharing this. What book did you read this in? Okay, Karen. Time for fun. This is over the top. Mace. Excuse me, miss. You forgot your wallet. Do not approach me! She tried to frame him for doing something he didn't do and tried to say she was the victim. Yeah, basically. So he said, "Excuse me," and you screamed at him. Worst she could say is no. Yeah, no. That is, yeah, so it's like the fear of, you know how like men have the fear of getting rejected? It's like usually they're like, "Oh no, I'm not interested," or like, "Oh, you're ugly," or whatever. This is the worst. Do not approach me! Satire. Now this is how an innocent person ends up in prison for 35 years. Is this a joke? You're losing the plot, mate. Excuse me, ma'am, you drop. You use. Do not approach me, but ma'am, do not approach me. And also, by the way, because she's like so like shaky and shit, she might have also forgot some details about the man. Maybe he did try to say something in between. She kept yelling at him, "Do not approach me," and then he walks away. The fuck is her problem? She's like, "I heard that. Do not approach me." Oh my god, facts. I was going to approach a woman in the parking lot, but I decided not to, so she drove off with her baby on the roof. Oh my god. Oh god. Bro, this is hilarious. Yeah, this bitch lost her marbles. Anyways, that's the video. I just had to make it because I had a lot to say about this, as you can see. Anyways, leave a comment down below if you think I'm right, if you think she's justified in her actions. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.